Hi my lovelies! Here in Norway we have had such an amazing summer so far, with really sunny and warm weather and these bright long summer nights with light all the night. That is actually one of my favorite things about summer in Norway, that it is so bright and you just don't want to go to sleep, you know, because it's so beautiful both day and night. So if you ever plan on coming to Norway, I highly recommend you do it in the month of June. You won't regret it, I promise. So tonight it is raining a little bit and it's foggy, and I am out in the grill hut. It is the perfect weather to just sit inside here in front of the fire, watching the flames dancing. It's just so cozy, you know. I have actually filmed a lot since my previous video, and I have put together some clips from how spring has been here and the first part of summer. So let's just jump back to the beginning of May.
The cold winter had made the ice really thick this year, so it took a long time for it to melt. I was feeling so ready to bring out the paddleboard, but at the same time, I really enjoyed my cold therapy. I am totally amazed over how much the ice and the cold exposure has helped me this past winter on my healing journey. My journey in search of ways to best cope with my fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue and migraines. Each dip in the freezing cold water helps relieve a lot of the pain. But the best part of it is that it gives me the same kind of adrenaline kick as I got from show jumping with my horses. The endorphins that your body releases when you're exposed to the extreme cold is a feeling too good to describe. The river freed up from ice, and we were able to go on our very first paddle trip of the season. And the 19th of May, the lake was completely ice-free, and I was able to swim freely all over. What an amazing feeling it was. And also, how amazing is the human body? I'm impressed by how much cold it can get used to with time and commitment. With the lakes free from ice, it meant that the paddle season was on. Lobo was as usual just as excited as me, because he knows he can run free on all the small islands. As the snow melted around the cabin and there were no more frost nights in sight, we could attach the hose to the well again and get our water down to the cabin wall, making it a little bit easier to bring the water inside.
Oh, good.
As I was getting the filter for the hose, a frog jumped down from the side of the well. I guess he was just as surprised as I was. Springtime also is the time to prepare next winter's firewood. This is something I really enjoy doing, and I would prefer to do it the old-fashioned way, only with a handsaw. But because I have a shoulder with some ruptured tendons that often gets really inflamed, I had to bite the sour apple, as we say in Norwegian, and get a chainsaw. I hadn't used one of those since back in farming school, so it was actually quite fun to brush the dust off some old skills again.
So I just wanted to show you guys some of the plants that I planted this winter. I planted tomatoes and cucumbers in the end of February, and they have gotten so big now. They are taking over the living room. So check this out. Look at that cutie! And this one is almost ready to be harvested. Oh, they are so cute! They are climbing into the curtains. And here are the tomatoes. They are blooming, but I don't see any signs of any tomatoes yet, so we'll see how that goes. And look at these little ones. They are just starting to come. And here I have some that I just started in the middle of April. Is paprika, peppers, and more tomatoes. And I have already brought the rest of them out to replant because they are getting bigger and they need more space. I also prepared a little piece of land outside to plant green kale, lettuce, carrots and broccoli. We were supposed to plant something there last year, but because of all the stress with the roof, I just didn't get around to doing it. Hopefully this year it will turn out better. And of course, with the warmer weather, the husky winter coat has to come off. And oh my gosh, it never ends. It is incredible how much wool one little body can produce. And he doesn't have a lot of patience either for all the brushing, so it is a lot of position changing during the procedure.
Is it ready? Yeah, it is ready. Ready, you want?
June is my favorite month of the year, with its magnificent bright light and long summer nights. I will let the following clips speak for themselves. during this month, I try to spend as much time as I can outdoors. Paddling, hiking, eating, or just hanging out in the hammock, soaking up all of Mother Nature's magic. This is the month of all months, in my opinion. I'm not sure if it has something to do with being my birth month, but I mean, what's not to love about it? Being out here on the islands, paddling around on the lake, while Lobo is running free like the free spirit he is. This is for me the definition of happiness. Even the food and the tea tastes better out here, surrounded by all this beauty and freedom. As you may have understood by now, I am in love with water. Summertime, wintertime, it doesn't matter. The water speaks to my soul, and I have no choice but to surrender.
So in the end of this video, I just wanted to share with you a really magical experience I had here yesterday. I had been down with migraines for about 24 hours or so with this really painful attack, so I was feeling really shitty. I just went out to pick some berries and get some fresh air, and then this bird just started to make contact with me. He was singing and, looking at me, and yeah, it was really strange. And I sat down on the ground because I had picked a full hand with berries, and it looked like he wanted my berries. I had a feeling of that. And I sat down and I talked with him, and I said, come here, I'm gonna give you some berries. And he just kept coming closer and closer and closer, until he jumped up in my hand and he started eating the berries right out of my hand. It was totally incredible, unbelievable experience. And yeah, he was there for about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. We had that contact, and then he flew off and up into a tree down there. And I just went inside after, and I was really emotional, and really happy and grateful for this incredible moment. And then I started to think about last summer. It was a bird that had flown into our hallway and probably has hit his head very hard because he had passed out. And I found him there on the floor, completely passed out, and I picked him up, tried to get him to wake up again, petted him a little, and just touching him, moving him a little, and checked him out, and he didn't have any injuries. He was just passed out. And after a little while he started to wake up and come to his senses, and he opened his eyes again, and he just he was a bit dizzy in the beginning. He couldn't stand up on his feet in my hand. He just fell over. But then he got better and better, and in the end he was looking quite fresh. So I took him outside and put him down on a little rock here. And I sat with him for some minutes, and then he was starting to look around and was looking more stronger. And then he just took off and flew off. And I was thinking, I had some pictures of him, and I went to look in my phone to see, and it looks like it was the same bird, only 1 year older. I'm not sure, but that's what I think. I think that bird is just living right here outside where he was saved. And he came back to tell me that, hello, I'm fine, thank you for saving me. Wow, it was really, really an amazing experience. I'm so grateful for yesterday. I think life has a way of balancing out your bad times against the good ones, so that you remember to fight through when you are having some tough times. I'm sure that's what happened yesterday. Yeah, totally amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you soon in the next one. Lots of love to all of you. Mwah.